Hi. First of all, let me give a shout out to Booney for this Booney Wear shirt that he gave me. I love it. Thank you so much. Look at you making your rounds in Dubai. In this last session of Purpose Chasers, the topic was, how do I know when it's God's voice versus my own voice? That's a question that I get from so many people, especially because I go out to do prophetic ministry, right? And I get it because it can be very difficult. My answer to people always is, it's the same as anyone in your life. You know and recognize the people's voices in your life because you're always around them and you're always spending time with them. It's the same way with the Lord. You know it's His voice because you're always spending time with Him. You're always seeking what He has to say. I've received this criticism in my life. Angel is always saying God told her something. Angel is always saying God this or that. You know, I don't even think about how maybe I sound to people because it's so normal for my life. And it's normal for my life because I'm always asking Him what He thinks. What do you have to say about this, Lord? Should I do this? Should I do that? Should I buy this? And if He's the one that's saying it to me, then He's the one that's saying it to me. I'm sad that other people find that to be strange. I feel that we all should really be operating in that space. But, you know, whatever. When people say those things to me, though, I always, bind up offense. I bind up a spirit of offense because I will not operate in that space that whoever is criticizing is in. I must always operate in God's love. And secondly, I always humble myself to submit it to the Lord. Even when I know what's said about me is not true, I will say, Lord, what about this? Is it true, God? Am I being deceived in some way that I'm thinking that you're saying this or that about me, to me, and it's really not? Is it just me? I said to Purpose Chasers, you will miss it, okay? You cannot be afraid to miss it when you're trying to get God's direction. So when I've heard this criticism in my life and I took it to the Lord gave me this example because He is so cool. He will speak to you in ways and analogies that you understand. You all know that I love American football. It is my favorite sport, and I'm so glad it's football season, even though I'm still struggling to try and watch it here in the UAE. Oh my God, please help. It is one of my prayers, like, Lord, please help me to figure this out. But anyway, when I was asking and praying about all of this to the Lord, I heard some commentators talking about the interceptions that Tom Brady has thrown. In my opinion, Tom Brady is the GOAT, the greatest quarterback of all time. So when I heard how high his interceptions were, I was shocked. I was like, wow, it was over 200 for his career. I thought, wow, that's so high for him. But immediately the Lord said, go look at the percentage. When I went to go look at the percentage, because he had made over 12,000 pass attempts, that 200 number of interceptions was nothing. His fail rate was less than 2%. The Lord said to me, Angel, I would rather you try hearing my voice 12,000 plus times and miss it 200 something times. And miss it because you want so badly to know what I'm saying to you about your life. I would rather you do that because look at your fail rate. It's only 1%, a little over 1%. See how cool God is? He knows I love football. He knows I'm a numbers person. He spoke to me in those terms and it made so much sense. God would rather you seeking to hear His voice so you can do what He's asking you to do and you miss it than be the person that's not seeking it, be the person that's so worried about what other people might think about you saying that you heard God say this or that. It doesn't matter. God looks at your heart. If you will take the attempt and make the try anyway, because God, I just want so badly to know what you're saying to me. I will try it. I will move halfway over the globe, not knowing anyone there, because I believe this is what you're saying to me. And you have to remember, I always say this, I have an audience of one. There's only one person I'm trying to please, only one person I get my affirmation from. Doesn't matter what other people think. God wants you to hear Him so you can be in right standing. You can be in the perfect will of the Father. And if you're someone that's never hearing it, then I need you to press in. And if you're afraid and worried about what other people think, then you need to pray against the fear of man. But God would rather you be trying to hear His voice, because trust me, you're going to miss it. We all do. But that's not where we stop. We get up and we try again and again and again.